Matt Mean here for IrishBoxing.com. Jamie, the news that everyone has been waiting for has finally dropped this morning. Lewis Crocker versus Paddy Donovan, the rematch. It was rumored earlier on this week it was going to drop, and then it didn't drop, and then it's finally dropped. First off, how are you? And are you excited?
Matt, cheers. All is good. Yes, very excited. Massive fight. The probably the biggest fight in the history of Irish boxing. First all Irish world title fight. Um, it's a massive fight, but it's a fight that it deserves a world title. It deserves the magnitude that it deserves a magnitude of Windsor Park. It deserves the big billing. It deserves everything that it is. These two fighters are both phenomenal talents. A real good clash of styles, a good clash of characters. Um, it's all got all the intangibles for absolute fireworks again.
Was it hard to get it over the line for Windsor Park, or was there a rumor of if it doesn't happen at Windsor Park, we're back to the SSC?
Yeah, we always had the fallback option of the SSC October 11th. But Windsor was everyone's priority, and for the last few weeks we've been meeting with Windsor and meeting with representatives here and trying to get things over the line. And to Matchroom's credit, they were willing to take a punt and bring it to Windsor. You know, the first fight done really well. It sold out completely. But it gripped the nation in terms of how it went, the controversy at the end, how the build-up went as well, how they kind of clash at press conferences. It was really intriguing before it. Then with the fight, where the fight ended, it kind of made everyone want the rematch. Easy from both fighters' point of view. I think on the Sunday morning, but 11 o'clock Sunday morning, Lewis Crocker had rung me and said, make the rematch. Whatever you're going to do, just make the rematch. Just want to fight. I need to put that performance behind me. I need to be better. I need to be proven to everyone wrong. Silence my doubters. Now. I'm going to make a better fight.
Was it
So that was no easy for him. Easy for him to
Yeah.
do.
Like in terms of, because it's like I say, his phone was absolutely loaded in the minutes and the hours after that first fight, and I guess it was only one thing on his mind, and there wasn't really anything else. But let's make the rematch. But was there ever any other consideration of maybe do you want a warm up fight first, or was it listen straight into the rematch? I don't want anything else.
No, he kind of dictated the pace. He
Okay.
there was communication about other different fights and other opportunities, and uh, there was a WBA route that could be gone down and things like that. But he was the one that really drove when he had said to me. So I think immediately after the fight, we met in the hotel with Matchroom and talked about a rematch. And I said that's not the right time to talk about it. But then
Yeah.
Croc, he pushed for it. He pushed massively for it. Sunday morning or Monday morning, I recall, and he just said, like, I need to fight him again. I need to rectify it. So I need to prove it wrong. Worst performance of his career at the biggest night of his life. He had a lot of things going on in the background that only come out after, and um, blessing, everything happens for a reason. He gets this opportunity now to go back and put them to bed, but also to become world champion off the back of it. And again, it's probably just right that both lads get to fight for the world title.
Yeah.
It's the right way to kind of do it.
Mhm.
It's massive. Getting that over the line was big as well, and just everything felt right for both lads.
How do you feel the first night went on, just in your whole opinion, from the start of the night to the end of the night, through the controversy and everything else? How do you feel that everything went?
Um, from knowing Lou, I just knew in the
Yeah.
change room that he wasn't himself, and
Mhm.
like I could see
Was there any
this.
small kind of stipulations that you were citing, but you didn't say in the moment?
No, it like just I could just see something wasn't right, and he wasn't feeling right. They had a bit of an upset tummy as well, and just wee things like that weren't sitting
Mhm.
right with him. But then you, I just who he is. He plays
Yeah.
on things very. He's a very introverted man. He keeps things
Mhm.
to himself. He doesn't like to make me. I don't think he even makes an excuse for the fight.
Yeah, I get
He's
you.
just saying it was a bad performance, and I
Mhm.
just got to change it and put that to bed. And the
Mhm.
performance wasn't what it needed to be, but it will be this time. If he couldn't beat Lewis Crocker on his worst day, good
Mhm.
luck to beating him on his best day.
What did you think seconds after the first knockdown happened?
Uh, get up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
obviously,
just get
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Get up. Yeah. First thing you
Um,
think about is get up. But
yeah.
I thought Paddy was excellent. He boxed a
Mm,
real good game plan, real good fight. Obviously, he is going to have a real good game plan with Andy Lee in his corner. You know, it's world class coach, world class. Um, but it was just I just knew straight away that wasn't the same. That was this is not Croc. I
yeah,
was looking at it from Croc's point of view, and the Lewis Crocker, I think we've all become accustomed to this, like
yeah.
this space. So, um, yeah, just I immediately thought it was a disqualification. I thought Paddy kind of let the occasion get to him and
Mm.
emotion get to him, and just was unnecessary with the tactics.
Mm. Like, what's it like to be a part of such a historical occasion on a part of the rematch from a promoter side? Because obviously you've been there, you've done that, you know, you've been through the big lights and the big nights and everything else. But to be on the other side of the ropes and to be a promoter and you're going to have that managerial play, what's that like for you, Jamie?
It's exciting. It's good. Like to always be involved in fights is real exciting. It's understanding from the boxer's point of view and being a boxer yourself, being in big fights and big nights, but being on the other side, having
Yeah,
that same buzz, same, you know, if he wins, everyone feels like it's a win,
yeah.
and when you lose, it's
Mm.
horrific. Yeah, everyone feels like it's a big loss, and
Mm.
it's real snakes and ladders game, Matt. It's
Yeah.
up and down. When the highs are high, the lows are low. But to be involved in on this side to work with Matchroom on
Mm.
things and seeing how they that big ship moves and that organization moves, it's a privilege. And I'm real thankful to Frank Smith to kind of like to help like to let me kind of be involved and help
Mm.
me help around with things and obviously we've been discussing with you know with the production. Obviously, been doing outdoor events here
Mm.
in the Falls Park for a few times, and obviously a bit with the Frampton night. So I
Mm.
have a lot of the logistical contacts, so I was able to help there. But yeah, it's been very good.
I think on one part it's like just forget about the fighters for a sec. I think a big risk is the weather because you know the Irish weather here is you can have 4 seasons in 5 minutes. Is there any way that you're already kind of trying to combat that with the rain and the wind and maybe a bit of snow and maybe the sun thrown in there as well? Sure, who knows?
We've done how many outdoor events off the top of my head. We've done three in the Falls Park. Then there was Frampton and Windsor. Then there was Frampton in the outdoor. We've never had a good day ever
Yeah.
in any of them outdoor events, and they've always been late August or sorry August to September, late summer. Um, we've never had the good night. But it's never stopped it being an unbelievable night for the fans and an
Yeah.
unbelievable night in the ring. The
Plenty of
weather,
ponchos.
yeah, yeah. The punters will get drunk. The
Yeah.
fighters will throw hands,
Yeah.
and everyone will go away happy. We've always had
Yeah.
great nights, regardless of the weather.
I've never been to Windsor Park myself. I've only been to the Viva and those kind of stadiums here. But what's Windsor Park like from a Belfast man's perspective?
But for Frampton, it was an unbelievable night.
Mm.
It was iconic, um, and that set the precedent for
Yeah.
this to happen.
Mm.
You know, we seen that a massive occasion was set up for Frampton against Jackson, and for an All Irish first ever world title
Yeah.
fight, it had to be Windsor Park again.
Yeah.
It had to be. It's a stone's throw away from where Lewis Crocker lives.
Mm.
This is his people. You know, he's been going to Northern Ireland games since he was in Nappies. He's been going to
Same club
Linfield
as well, isn't it?
games.
Same club.
Linfield, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Linfield is his local club, and that's kind of who he follows. So it's just this is has to be it's
Yeah.
destiny coming out for
Yeah.
Croc to kind of get this big opportunity and to get it at Windsor Park. It was the only place for it. You know, it's a
Mm.
massive jump from the SSC, but I think it's a fight that warrants the jump,
Mm.
and already we've seen the pre sales and pre kind of feedback on the emails is
Mm.
already three times what it was in the first one.
What will the stadium outlay be like? Will all four stands be used on the floor, or would there be a
Yeah,
stage?
yeah.
How is that going to work, Jamie?
No, center the stadium will be
Center pitch, lovely,
center pitch.
nice.
So I think we're expecting about 16,000, 16,
Wow.
18,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So massive night. As big as they come, but it's rightfully so. This
Yeah.
is no ordinary fight. These are no ordinary characters, and this is not. This is no ordinary title fight. This is the world
Mm.
title. Right. This needs the big
Yeah.
fight.
Were you surprised with Boots Ennis move up to the weight
No,
division?
massive. He's been talking about it for a while, and
Yeah.
that's where the big money is at 154. It seems.
Yeah.
And McCrawford, Canelo, and all kind of moving
Mm.
around, and he's swimming with them fish. So massive fights there for
Mm.
Boots Ennis. It gives us an opportunity as well.
Was there a bit of a complication to do with September 13th? Because obviously Crawford Canelo on the same day. Was there ever any doubt, like, oh, is it right if you get me in any way, or is it September 13th and the lads can go home and watch Canelo Crawford after?
Well, different broadcasters, isn't it? So one's
Yeah,
Netflix, one's Zone. So
yeah,
the conflict was not there. It's other side of the world, not going to clash on times. So
yeah.
every fight gets shown.
Mm. In terms of we've had multiple comments and people saying that there was a cry out to bring it back to the Republic of Ireland and to bring it back to Thomond. Could I just get your thoughts on was there ever any option to even bring it back down to the south?
Nope.
No, nothing.
One person selling the tickets.
Okay, okay, fine. Just on a side note, just for Boots Ennis, his last fight at this division, what do you think of it?
Um, Boots, like his last
Yeah,
performance.
yeah, against Danny Owners, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's unbelievable. Like,
Mm.
everything he does. Yeah. Boots Ennis. Tyrone McKenna was the first person to ever tell me about Boots Ennis, and
Not
unfortunately,
surprised.
Tyrone had the pleasure of sharing the ring with him
Yeah, yeah,
and training with his father Bosie. So
yeah.
I always remember Tyrone telling me about Boots Ennis and Shakur Stevenson in that gym in Philly. Like, just said, there's these two kids. There were kids, I think, at that
Yeah.
time, and they were just turning over everybody and just say they're superstars here.
Mm.
Like, him, Kakashi, Ray Ginley were all out there, and they were raving about these two young lads over in Philadelphia. But he's a talent that was underappreciated for a
Yeah.
large majority of his career, and only
Mm.
now is getting the acclaim since
Mm.
teaming up with Eddie Hearn. He's getting promoted right, and he's getting now just rewards.
Any news on Pierce O'Leary? Just a quick switch. Yeah,
We 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 are waiting on some kind of dialogue with Queensberry this moment in time on Pierce.
okay.
Busting for something in Dublin. Had something initially planned in Dublin. We actually had August 2nd planned in Dublin.
Okay.
Pierce
Yeah.
O'Leary 3
Yeah. I
Arena.
remember. Yeah.
Sam Noakes against Sean O'Carroll. And then Sam Noakes got the world title fight.
Yeah.
Apparently then the money wasn't there from the Zone to kind of do it. And we were getting a new date. We've got penciled in for a new date. We're just waiting on Queensberry to kind of give us some direction. But Pierce is in the gym right now. We have proposed one or two opportunities in Dublin. So we're just waiting.
Okay.
Just waiting at this point. Yeah.
What do you think of Pierce's last opponent? I say he's gained a ton of new fans. That he was tough. He was a tough guy. But did you realize how tough he was in Dillon?
No, we always kind of knew Liam Dillon was going to be tough, and Liam Dillon's victory was going to 12 rounds. Like, they were so happy that they had just completed 12 rounds of Pierce O'Leary, and Pierce was disappointed that he didn't get the finish. But again, he had August 2nd in his head, which is something he's learned, and we've all learned to kind of not have a second date in front of a first date. And he hurt his hand, I think, in round 3, so he took the foot off the gas a bit and was starting to work on different things, and thinking that we were going to fight in August again, so you're trying to keep everything in line and everything okay. But I thought it was needed, a valuable 12 rounds against a tough guy. Not much coming back to him. We would like if someone stands with Pierce O'Leary puts him to sleep. But Liam Dillon boxed, he moved, he tried to survive and did survive. And I thought the scorecards were horrifically close.
Yeah,
They weren't
yeah.
anywhere near. I think I
What did
give
you
him
think of the
one.
scorecards personally? What did you think?
It was shocking, horrific. That there was a 10-2, 11-1 fight,
Yeah.
and it was only then because it wasn't like Pierce was losing rounds. He just was taking rounds off, and
Mm,
Liam was nicking a shot here or there. But I thought Pierce had everything in control the whole way from start to finish. But
mm,
if I recall, there was like 3 rounds or a split of 3 rounds in one of them.
yeah.
Shocker, shocker.
Just want to last a few things. Just a brief recap. We've all seen the absolute icon in Katie Taylor taking training out against Amanda Serrano. Just any brief word on the absolute icon, and if you watch the fight, what you think of it?
She is. She's like Benjamin Button in reverse. She's getting younger
Never
with
thought I'd see
age.
that comparison, but yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I get that. I get that.
she is getting younger with age.
Yeah.
She proves that age is just a number if you live the right life.
Yeah.
She continues to set the standard and sets the bar for Irish
Mm,
sport, not just boxing, for sport in general here. Um, every boxer in the island of Ireland should be looking at her as motivation to her to
mm,
have a long, healthy, successful career and just continuing to get better every time. Like what she has done, how she has continued to break new boundaries is insane. What she is doing outside of the sport in terms of women's sport is just it's just putting everything to bringing everything to a new pedestal. Like the viewing figures alone is insane.
yeah. Six
On
million.
Netflix, insane like for a boxing contest.
Yeah.
Boxing's despite what me and you think, boxing is still a niche sport.
Yeah.
Um,
100%.
if you
Yeah.
if you ask 10 people in the street, not you're probably getting 6 out of 10. No, if you
Yeah.
like ask them like a big fight, we're still in a bubble. But she breaks the bubble every time, and
Mm,
she pushes our boundaries and pushes the sports boundaries and pushes women's sport boundaries to the
mm.
next level. She is a massive advocate for women's sport, not just boxing, but for us boxers, she is continuing to carry us on her back. For Irish boxers, carry us on her back to the next level. She's head and shoulders bigger than anyone that's ever came from a side.
Just one last thing for the people that are watching. Just can you tell them about the ticket information and the post-fight press conference? Sorry, not the post-fight. There will be post-fight press conference when it happens, but the press conference, the opening kickoff press conference. Just tell the people where and when and how.
Press conference is in Belfast on Monday.
Yeah.
Open to the public, all day press conference. Tickets go on sale on Monday, I think. Pre-sale on Friday, general sale on Monday. We will be having the big press day both in the Belfast City Centre and then some head-to-head stuff in Windsor Park. Undercard will start to be announced over the next few days. I think the co-main gets announced tomorrow, and then some really tasty all-Irish 50-50s
Okay.
coming up. Some debutants, some not debutant, but first fight in Ireland for a
Okay.
young kid. Really exciting card getting put together. We're in the middle, hence why we were 15 minutes late. We're in
Yeah.
the middle of
Yeah.
trying to do a really good all Irish 50-50 rematch.
Okay.
Um, with someone from Waterford and someone from Belfast. So that could be a real nice tasty addition to the card. But it's a big fight, big
Mhm.
card. We'll have everything and anything on it, and some really good additions to the card. This is going to be the biggest night in Irish boxing history.
And Jamie, thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Nice one, Matt. Appreciate the time, pal.